One Piece has finally seen the Egghead Island arc conclude, which means that focus can now be turned on the Elbaf arc, which is next. Elbaf is going to be much bigger than Egghead, which means more intensity, bigger reveals, more action, and of course, bigger fights. When it comes to fights in One Piece, fans are desperately looking forward to some major clashes happening in the final saga, and, given that this is one of the biggest arcs in the entire series, they can be sure to be treated to some major clashes fought between some of the most popular characters in the series. 5 Dragon vs God's Knights. The Revolutionary Army prepares to take on the God's Knights, one of the biggest fights that the fans will see, and the Elbaf will come through the Revolutionary Army. Fans know that the Revolutionary Army has already declared war on the world government. They did this by destroying the granaries of the Celestial Dragons, and, at the same time, laying siege to the Holy Land of Marowar. This essentially means that the Holy Land is cut off from the rest of the world, and, to remedy that, the God's Knights are going to descend and engage the Revolutionary Army in combat. Fans can expect a major confrontation between Dragon, the Supreme Commander of the Revolutionary Army, and members of the God's Knights, potentially even Saint Garling. At the same time, Sabo, the Flame Emperor, is going to be targeted by the God's Knights, which means fans will also get to see an incredibly exciting fight surrounding this character. 4 Blackbeard vs Navy. Yonko Blackbeard could trigger a war on Hachinosu. The Yonko are going to be central to the Elbaf arc. It has already been established that the final saga will see characters other than the Straw Hat Pirates take center stage as well. Blackbeard is a very popular choice to take up the spotlight. Fans will most definitely see Blackbeard engage in combat soon enough. This is because Garp has been captured by the Blackbeard pirates, and he will likely trade him for official recognition of Hachinosu as a country, making him a king. However, the world government is likely to decline this proposal, and instead respond with an all-out war against Blackbeard. This would mean that a war between the Blackbeard pirates and the Navy could ensue very soon, and this would shake the entire world of One Piece in exciting ways. 3 Luffy vs Elbaf Giant. Luffy will definitely clash against many giants on Elbaf. Luffy is most certainly going to get to Elbaf soon enough, and when he does, he will likely engage with someone in combat there. The Elbaf giants are mostly all friendly. Most of all, they all love and respect Luffy. However, Elbaf is a huge country, and there are likely going to be factions that do not like the Straw Hat Pirates, and are against the giant warrior pirates as well. Fans already know that characters from Norse mythology, such as Loki, exist in the land of Elbaf. There could be some villainous characters and other powerful individuals, such as Loki himself, or possibly even Odin, who Luffy might have to fight in this arc. He will have his opportunity to test his skill against the mightiest race in the One Piece world, and it will certainly be exciting. 2 Usopp vs Yasop. Usopp will finally stand up to his fears. Usopp is a character who is likely going to get a lot of shine in the Elbaf arc of One Piece, and, when it comes to his biggest fight, it is likely going to come against his very own father, Yasop. A pirate's way of understanding the other person is to trade blows with him, and fans will most likely see Usopp test his own growth against that of his father. Both of them are famed snipers, but Usopp is the one who has a point to prove, not just to his father but to himself as well, as he wants to become a brave warrior of the sea. It will be interesting to see how Usopp vs Yasop develops, given that this is going to be an emotional confrontation filled with intense action. 1 Luffy vs Shanks. Luffy will finally fulfill a big goal. Finally, the biggest fight of Elbaf is likely going to be Luffy vs Shanks. This is a confrontation that has been building in the series right from the very beginning, which means it has been over 25 years since it was set up. Luffy and Shanks are destined to fight at one point. Of course, this is not going to be a hostile fight. Instead, it is going to be a friendly confrontation, where Luffy will test his own skill against Shanks, and show him that he has well and truly surpassed him. After the conclusion of this fight, Luffy will likely return the Straw Hat to him, and that will